There is something in the room you are sitting in right now. You cannot see it. You cannot touch it. But ancient India built an entire science to work with it. Welcome to Healer's World, where ancient wisdom meets the seeker inside you, where mythology is not just a story from the past, but a mirror held up to the present. Before the first temple rose, before the first city was built, there was a question: how do we build without fighting the universe? The answer came not from architects or kings, but from sages who sat in silence long enough to hear the earth itself speak. This is Vastu Shastra. Vastu means dwelling. Shastra means sacred knowledge. The sacred knowledge of how to dwell. Its roots go back to the Atharva Veda, part of the ancient Atharva Veda, received by yogis in deep meditation, not invented. Listen to. Historians trace this science to 6000 BC, 8,000 years ago, and it is still used today in homes, temples, cities. Something that old doesn't survive by accident, but behind every science, there is a story. After Brahma created the universe, he made an experiment, a being, formless, vast, hungry. It grew without limit, covering the earth, consuming everything. Vishnu and Shiva came to Brahma. Something has to be done. Brahma called the guardians of the 8 directions, 45 gods in total. They wrestled the creature down, pinned it flat against the earth. Brahma sat at the center, and then the creature spoke. You created me like this. Why am I being punished for what you made me? Silence. Brahma offered no punishment, but a boon. You will be immortal, worshipped by every mortal who builds upon this earth. The creature was named Vastu Purusha, the spirit of sacred space, and the position of every god who held him down became the Vastu Mandala, the sacred grid. The fire god held the southeast, so kitchens face southeast. The water god held the northeast, so water sources face northeast. Brahma sat at the center, so the heart of a home stays open, empty, breathing, every direction, every room, held by a god, carrying a purpose. This philosophy built entire worlds. Ayodhya, Rama's city, was laid out on Vastu principles. Dwarka, built by Vishwakarma for Krishna, is aligned with the same grid. And Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, excavated thousands of years later, show the same directional precision. 8,000 years ago, these people were not primitive. They were listening. Vastu Shastra is not a ritual, not superstition. It is the science of aligning a space with natural forces: sunlight, wind, magnetic fields, the flow of energy through a room, the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, space in balance. You have felt it. You walk into a room and something settles. Shoulders drop. Breath slows. That is not a coincidence. That is an ancient, deliberate design. Our homes are not just walls and roofs. They breathe with us or against us. And Vastu Purusha was given a boon for a reason, because even chaos, when held down, oriented, given purpose, becomes something sacred. This is Vastu Shastra, not just a science of buildings, a science of living well. Stay with us at Healer's World. The wisdom encoded in ancient India is waiting to be rediscovered, one story at a time.